everybody, we're getting ready to do 5.2 here, solving inequalities using multiplication and division. Here is the standard here, and we got 0 points of note taking, and we have 34 points here of a skill sheet for class work. Teachers, here's your bell work. Write an inequality represented by the graph, and solve the inequality and graph your solution here. So writing an inequality and then solving an inequality. Give your students about 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, welcome back. Here's your solutions for your bell work. There is the inequality represented by the graph right here, x greater than 4. And then down here is the inequality here represented by this graph right here. And then here is the inequality simplified from this here. Solving inequalities using multiplication and division. You solve inequalities using addition and subtraction. You will solve inequalities using multiplication and division, so you can distances traveled. Solving an inequality using multiplication is similar to solving an equation using multiplication, but it is different in an important way. And then here's the way. Multiplication, property, and inequality. Multiply each side of inequality by a positive number produces an equivalent inequality. Multiply each side of an inequality by a negative number and reversing the direction of inequality, some an equivalent inequality. So we have to reverse our sign. Algebra, if A is less than B and C is greater than 0, then AC is less than BC. If A is less than B and C is less than 0, then AC is greater than BC. That's the difference there in algebra. If A is greater than B and C is greater than 0, then AC is greater than BC. If A is greater than B and C is less than 0, then AC is less than BC. That's the difference right here. C is greater than 0. If C is less than 0, then it changes the direction of the sign here. This property is also true for inequalities involving less than or equal to and greater than or equal. So example 1, solve an inequality using multiplication. Solve x over 4 is less than 5, graph your solution. So x over 4 less than 5. And then to solve this, we need to multiply both sides by 4. These will cancel. And then x will be less than 20. And then here is the graph for x less than 20. We have an open circle here because this is an imperfect inequality. And solutions are all reals. Check by substituting a number less than 20 in original inequality to check it. Okay, our first guide practice here. X over 3 is greater than 8. Students, this is on you. Solve this one yourself and then graph your solution here. Okay, so to solve this one, we're going to multiply both sides by 3. Our 3's here will cancel. Multiply that by 3. X is greater than 24. So what does the graph look like? Here's your graph for x greater than 24. It's an open circle. Example 2, solve an inequality using multiplication. So now we have x over negative 6 is less than 7. Graph your solution here. Original inequality. So now we're going to multiply by negative 6. And you're multiplying by a negative number, be sure to reverse the symbol. So now instead of it pointing this way, it's going to point this other way because we're multiplying through by negative 6. These cancel. And then x is greater than negative 42. Here would be your graph for that. And you plot that down here too, students, to follow that. Solutions are all real numbers greater than negative 42. Check by substituting a number greater than negative 42 in original inequality for your check. And then here's a check here. Say 0. 0 is less than 7. Yes? Yes. Okay, and there you go. Practice here. Solve your inequality. Graph your solution. We have this. Students, this is one is yours here. Solve it and then graph it. Okay, solve inequality. X over -4 is greater than 12. Graph your solution. So we're going to multiply now by -4. This is -4 over here. And the direction of our inequality sign changes now. X is less than -48. There will be the graph for that. X is less than -48, which is about there. And that was part 1 of 5.2. If you want part 2, part 3, email me here for worksheets, tests, quizzes. Thank you.